What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to react to the most popular video that we've ever posted on YouTube. That video is about how to get started in the bounce house business. And I really wanted to react to this video because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I can add to the video that I really just glossed over in the first one. And yeah, I would like to just kind of go into a little more detail on a few things, and let's just go ahead and get into it.
So the first step to starting a bounce house business is choosing a name. And this was one thing I did not want to get hung up on, because I was wanting to get all these steps done in a fast amount of time. So when you're doing that, you can't get caught up on the name.
This is
You
great
just have to
advice.
get a name, take it, and go with it. Because we sit there, and I know a lot of people do this. They'll sit there and think about oh, well, what is our name gonna be? And that they can get hung up on that forever. So once you decide a name, what you need to do is go on to Facebook, see if that name is available. Go see if the URL that you want is available. Go to Google My Business, type in that name, see if anyone else has that name, and if they do, then choose another name.
Yeah, and what I mean is do a Google search in your area. Type in bounce house rentals near me, water slide rentals near me. If you're doing a different business, type in whatever that keyword uh that your business pertains to, and find out what businesses are located in your area.
Because you're going to want to make sure that that name's available in whatever state that you're going to operate in.
Okay. And this is another thing that I really wanted to hone in on. Once you've decided on a name, you're going to go to the Secretary of State for your state. For our state, it's the state of Texas, and you will apply for your business name on that site.
Because if you're getting an LLC, you're going to have to do that through the Secretary of State. And if that name's taken, well, that's not going to work for you. Why did we choose Bouncing Elephant Inflatables? Well, I like elephants. That's the truth. The elephants remind me of my wife's country. My wife's from Thailand. Ever since I went to Thailand, I've just loved elephants. I like the name. Nobody else had that name, and so we took it.
And the truth was, man, I just wanted to choose a name and to just roll on. I didn't really care because honestly, it doesn't matter what you're called. If you provide good service and you've got nice bounce houses and you take care of your customers, they don't care what your name is. They just want you to bring them a good bounce house. That's all. So really, don't sit there and worry about your name. Get your name. Try to find someone. Make sure nobody has the name that you have or anything close, and roll with it.
Are you really sure that you want to rent bounce houses as a full-time, business? Or are you just trying to do something as a side hustle? Because, if you're trying to do it as a side hustle, you're going to limit yourself on your marketing. You're not going to be able to market the same way a real company is, and you're not going to get the same kind of clientele that a real company will get. So it's up to you. Each person's preference is their own. We decided to do the proper steps and become a legitimate business.
No, here's the thing, okay? And what I mean by that is, look, I have a full time job and I run this business. But when I set my company up, I set it up to look like a legitimate business because it is. And, we have a website and everything. And the reason you want to do that is a thing called perceived value. Because when a customer, if they go on Facebook Marketplace and they see Joe Bob's, got a bounce house for rent, they're gonna expect to get a deal, okay? But if they rent from a professional company that charges them sales tax, that makes them sign a contract, and does the steps a professional company would do, well, then they're gonna expect to pay a higher price. And then once you've had a little bit of experience and you have a lot of 5-star reviews, like we have almost 75 5-star reviews. Well, people will pay a higher price for what they perceive to be a higher quality product, and that's what we provide is a high quality service. Okay, and so that's what I mean. So it doesn't matter if you're doing it as a side hustle or what. You really want to make yourself look legitimate as you possibly can. Wear shirts with your name on them. Look professional. Have clean equipment, and you will get more business than you could possibly imagine. I promise you.
So once you decide on your business structure, you're gonna get that documentation, and then you'll be able to go and go to the IRS website and get your employee identification number.
Okay, so it's not an employee identification number, it's an employer identification number. It's your EIN. You need this number to be able to open a business banking account. Okay, and what we are going to do together is go ahead and go to the IRS website so you can see it. Okay, and let me bring my face down there. Okay, so here's the IRS website. You are going to go here to employer ID number and employer ID number, and then you're going to go ahead and apply for your EIN online. Okay, that's all you have to do. Very, very, very simple. Okay. So let's go ahead and get back into the video.
So once you have that, you'll be able to go set up a business bank account. Now, we went through a company called Bluevine, which is 100% online banking. So there's no branches. It's 100% online, and they charge 0 transaction fees. So we can have as many transactions as we want. It's 100% free. So I think it's a really good choice. Now you could do a
Look, not only look, I got that account sitting in my house. I never had to leave the house. And let me show you another thing about Bluevine that I think is really fantastic is that if you open your bank account and as long as you meet one of these requirements, you get 2% interest on the money in your bank account. And all you have to do is spend $500 a month with your Bluevine card or receive $2,500 in customer payments. Both of those are very easy to do. So you can do that very simply. I definitely recommend that. The only problem is you cannot deposit cash. That's the only, you can deposit checks with your app. It really is nice.
Brick and mortar bank as well. Then you'll go ahead and get your tax identification number from the Comptroller of Public Accounts.
Okay, so each state's going to be different. We are in Texas, and in Texas, a bounce house rental is taxable. So what that means is if you charge $200 for a bounce house rental, then you have to charge sales tax on top of that $200. Let's say it's 8%. Well, then you would have to charge $216 on that $200 bounce house rental. Now that $16 goes into an account, and every 3 months you will pay the state that money, okay, that tax money. This is completely separate from income tax, okay? Income tax is tax on profits that you make. Sales tax is tax on sales that you make. And you take that tax money, you hold on to it, and then you give it to the state each quarter, every 3 months. Okay, so that's the difference between sales tax and income tax. Okay, completely different. Completely different.
You're going to need a sales tax ID because bounce house rentals are taxed. So you'll have to go
in Texas for sure
through the Comptroller of Public Accounts. And that's really simple. I mean, it literally takes 5 minutes. And your sales taxes, that's going to be something that you pay quarterly. Well, each state may be different. We're in Texas, so I can only speak for Texas, but in Texas, you'd pay quarterly. Now, while you're waiting for all these processes to complete, you're going to be wanting to buy some bounce houses. And then, you're going to need all the extra equipment. You're going to need more than just bounce houses. There's electrical cords, you need blowers, you need cleaning equipment, you need straps, you need tarps. Well, if you're going to use tarps, we use tarps, but you're going to need tarps and stakes and water hoses and just a lot of different things. So you want to be able to budget.
Okay, I know people are gonna ask what size tarps do you use. We mainly use a 20 by 30. We have a couple units that are over 30 feet, but they just kind of hang over. I guess we could get a 20 by 40, but all of our tarps are 20 by 30, and we do stake through our tarps if you want to know.
Budget that correctly, but then you're going to want to get some bounce houses too. Now the question is, what type of bounce houses do you start with? Do you start with water slides, combo units, regular bounce houses? I really think that's going to depend on your area. If you're in an area that's very dense, highly populated area, nobody has a very big backyard, then you'd be wanting to look at different style small bounce houses. Us personally, we started with combo units because I feel like they'll have a longer rental window, and we wanted to make sure that we had something that would definitely rent out for a longer period of time. Now the next thing we'll get is water slides. And
Okay, you can tell I made this video when we just got started because I should have bought a water slide from Jump Street, man. Because here's the thing: if you live in the South, water slides go crazy in the summer. Like almost all of our rentals in the summer are water slides. Every weekend, it seems like all of our water slides go out. Mainly the big one for sure. It goes out every single weekend. Sometimes twice a weekend. We'll rent it one day on Saturday and then rent it again on Sunday. $700 for one unit. Just rent it twice. But anyway, we should have started with 2 combos and a water slide, but it could be different for depending on your particular area. But if you live in Florida, you live in the South, 2 combos and a water slide, yeah, you're good to go.
We don't even own a single regular just bounce house.
Yeah, no jumpers.
We plan on getting one eventually just to service those customers that want that, but
eventually,
right now,
it's been 3 years, buddy. You ain't got none yet.
Those small tickets. You really want to get some larger rentals. That way, when you're traveling,
I got that 20-footer.
You're going to go do one bounce house for $100,
big money.
Or do you want to go do one combo unit for $250? You're going to pay the same gas either way. So it's better to go ahead and get that higher ticket item, and that way you can get your money back faster. But when you go to decide on what you're gonna buy, you have 2 choices. Probably the way to scale your business the fastest would be to pay cash on Facebook Marketplace. But probably the best place to find used units is going to be on the Facebook groups, and that's the most important step right there.
Truth is, I've never bought a used unit yet. I sold one, and I sold it on Facebook Marketplace. And the one tip I can tell you about selling on Facebook Marketplace is to join all the groups, like your local garage sale groups. And then when you post that item, make sure you post it to all those different garage sale groups that you're in. And I promise you, whatever you're selling will sell instantly. Pretty simple.
You definitely want to get in those Facebook groups and learn as much as you can, but also you can come across some good deals that way. Now, we personally bought all of our equipment brand new. That's just how we want to operate our business. We want to have only brand new equipment, and we will rotate that equipment, every 2 to 3 years. Personally, I think the number one step is to get a Google My Business page. If you don't have a Google My Business page and you're renting bounce houses, I don't know what you're doing, because that has to be the best.
Speaking of not knowing what you're doing, what's up with my lip here and all this all this perspiration.
thing you can do for free right away. And I mean, when someone Googles bounce houses in your area, you're gonna pop up, most likely. So our recommendations is first, you got to get a Google My Business page. That is the best thing
Yeah.
to do right away. And then you definitely need to get a website. You can build one yourself. You can go.
Question: how many units do you need to get a website? Answer: one. If you have one unit, you need a website. It's the bottom line. It's 2025 or 2024, doesn't matter. You need a website. If you don't have one, you got to get one. They're cheap.
And they have some companies that will have pre-built templates that are really
Inflatable
great
Office.
And they're cheap, like Inflatable Office, Bouncy Castle Network, Event Rental Systems.
Look, when it comes to website and booking software, I have two recommendations. Okay, three, I guess you could say. First, Bouncy Castle Network. If you don't care about keeping your website, they're $100 a month. You can have as many units as you want. Okay, I don't. I just would rather go with Inflatable Office though. If you're not super tech savvy, I recommend getting your website through EventHawk. It'll be an Inflatable Office website, but it'll be through EventHawk. Okay, you'll have EventHawk customer service and all that. That's what I would recommend if you're not super duper tech savvy. But if you've got a little bit of technical knowledge, then I would just get Inflatable Office. $40 a month if you have up to 10 unique items. Okay, so if you have 100 chairs, that only counts as one item. Okay, if you have 20 tables, that's one item. Okay, if you have 10 of the same exact jumper, that's one item. Okay, 10 unique items. Okay, so if you have two of the same water slide, that's just one item. Okay, and then under 10 items is like $40 a month. It's super cheap. People can book in the middle of the night. You'll wake up and have booked clients. Okay, we've booked 2 units, just we're delivered a bounce house, got out, delivered, got back in. Bam, we've done booked like $700 or $800 in bookings, and one of them paid in full. So anyway, that's just my little spiel about that.
We personally use Inflatable Office, and we think it's great. I mean, you can have a website with up to 10 units, and it's $39 a month. And if you don't have the website, their booking software is free. So it's really great booking software too. So I would recommend them. But you definitely want to have a website. You can go create a website for free on Wix and some other platforms. Just Google it and you figure it out. But yeah, that's the number one. I think if you got to have a presence online, Facebook page, Google My Business page, website.
Here's what I'll tell you is that, like, last year we did have a little bit of Google ads, Google keyword ads, and we posted on Facebook Marketplace and things like that. But this year we only have our website. We have the EventHawk pop up in the EventHawk software, which that's $100 a month. So website, EventHawk, $140 a month. That's it. We rely on our SEO from our website, and that's it, man. We don't pay anything extra, and we've got more bookings than we can possibly do. I'm literally putting blackout dates because I work full time. I can't do a 20 rentals in a weekend. I don't have that many units, but I couldn't rent all 10 of them for sure. Especially being here in East Texas, where the rentals can sometimes be a little farther away from each other. But I did want to go ahead and show y'all the numbers for the first 3 years. So let's take a look at these. You can see we started out in April of 2022. Very first month, we almost did $1,000 our first month. I mean, that's incredible if you think about it. We literally had never rented a bounce house. I mean, we just started, like, I got my LLC in this time. We got all this done, got our units, and bam, started renting them right away. And then by May, we already did our almost 3,000, 2,500. By July, 3,700. Okay. And then we cruise up here to 2023, first full year. We did 106 rentals. Yeah, let's see if we can make this smaller. Yeah, we did 106 right here. 106 for 241 average event. This year we're at 79. We've done almost 21,000, but see our average per event is going up. And honestly, recently it's been like 325, 350. They just keep going up because we've got bigger water slides and the water slides rent out for more money. So yeah, I definitely recommend Event Hawk because you can keep track of all your sales, everything. I can look at our SEO and see what we're ranking and stuff like that. You can see how many visitors have been to your website. It's just really fantastic. $40. I mean, it's worth it. All you gotta do is get one rental. That's it. Just get one rental. It's not hard. Gotta have it.